My name is Aleksander Mec, and in this video I'm gonna briefly talk about my project I made for 3D game engines for semester 2. Um, Basically, I've got so many ideas for my game that I decided to separate all the puzzles around 7 rooms. Player has to solve all 7 puzzles to get 7 tips to crack the final code and win the treasure and escape the dungeon. I started my creation with meshes, with initial puzzle logic. I started with room number 1, proceeded to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I finished with final solution, chamber. I tested all my mechanics in the testing room on the separate map, and then when I was creating the logic for the submission folder, when a new bug occurred, I just went back to the experimentation room and solved all the bugs accordingly. I'm just gonna quickly introduce all the puzzles. Each of them represents a bit different challenge. So logicalness requires player to solve some kind of logical problem. There are no interactables around, so player has to discover what needs to be done. Erudition. It's a puzzle designed by me, which took hours to just think of. There's an algorithm special designed for this puzzle, which I hope somebody will test. There's a remembrance puzzle where player just has to simply remember pieces of the board. There's a trap chamber, which I'm proud of, where player has to rely on perception and avoid traps to get to the final door. Being careful not to die. I'm gonna talk about a problem that occurred here. This was the first chamber where I decide that where player can basically die. This been a major problem with checkpoint system because progress is being saved on board when player finishes different rooms. So I needed to change Goblin game instance blueprints so player doesn't have to start the whole game from the beginning. I made it without any error, so I'm pretty proud of this outcome. Exploration, player has to walk around the map to find elements of puzzle. Adaptation, my favorite room, where player has to survive 2 minutes to reach the final door. And the last one is a boss fight, where player has to defeat the turret using the machine gun. I'm not gonna go further in the room because it's gonna start shooting at me. And at the end, final solution, where I can just enter the code. Things I'm proud of. For sure, I'm very, very proud of blueprints I created and the whole experience. Although it took a longer time, I can say that I developed everything without any bugs. I tested everything, and the whole experience is enjoyable. My flatmate tested it, and the game is she could pass the game without any problems. Some blueprints are not that hard to design, and they rely on different ones at the same time. So I could basically create exploration puzzle depending on the remembrance puzzle, and I could bring the whole new experience to it. But also there are a few very, very complicated mechanics which include machine gun and explosive projectile. I'm very proud of the lightning this time. Last semester I struggled to get the intensity to the right level, and this time I think I created some kind of dim but not too bright atmosphere, and I added some firecracking noises and moderate intensity changes to the light. Things to improve. Probably the most annoying thing about my game is it's too reflective. This was supposed to be dungeon, map, and everything just looks too neat. Maybe I should have added some more meshes to my game, because um, game just looks empty in my opinion in comparison to my previous project. But I was just more focused on game logic this time. Um, I think that's it. I think that's the overall representation of my game, and I was very excited for this challenge, and I'm pretty proud of the final outcome, and I hope everyone likes it too. So yeah,